So today has been a very special day. We've been able to come together with the Rest for Africa, which is an institution that Nedbank has been supporting for many years now, and to bring in multiple stakeholders from the renewable energy space and the energy infrastructure space to talk about the rolling out of transmission in South Africa, the challenges, the opportunity, and some of the necessary unlocks.
We have an excellent roadmap for renewables, but as South Africans, we are very hard on ourselves often. We almost think that we have done very little in the South African energy space, in the renewable energy transition, and yet we are bringing 3 to 4 gigawatts of projects a year. The real black box that we all have to solve today is that how, as private sector and government, that we can come together, produce a model where that it's the minimum dependency on government guarantees, and how do we find a way to make it bankable so that we can develop in scale.
Wind, solar and battery are the solution also for the famous flexibility. Mr. Vigotti, when the sunshine goes out, there's no energy. When the wind doesn't blow, there's energy. Enough. Battery are there not only for cars, but for large scale. We are installing also them in Europe, a large scale battery in the transmission company.
So the big topic of the day is the transmission grid, which always usually neglected because it's less attractive.
Transmission lines is identified as the key aspect, but to have a fully functioning grid, you need transformers, a substation and other equipments.
All realizing our strategy. The transmission development plan is and quite unique in South Africa because of our carbon footprint. If you enable transmission, you unlock renewables.
And I would just I would urge that, as in South Africa, we are creating our own method of bringing the private sector into transmission upgrading.
Quite important that we leverage the transmission program in order to build the skills capacity in this country. And by so doing, of course, you're creating jobs.
But I think in terms of the efforts that we find ourselves embarked on, we believe that the regulations that will come out is to breach those uncertainties and those gaps.
The South African energy space has been very successful in the last few years through the REAP program, and now more recently through the CNI space, with the private sector supporting the development of renewable generation. And we need to see that same sort of success being applied into the transmission space.
Today, a conference shows the quality of the discussion and the open-minded or many even critical but constructive players. So we are really pleased to be here, and we plan to come back next year for sure.